Yes, guys, GRP back in the house with myself, Larry Olubamiwo, and
Mr. El Rock.
Damien Ashley's not with us today. He's got a couple things he's got to do, so you're stuck with us. And as always, we are here as gym rats and actors, giving you our perspective on everything entertainment, especially movies and TV. And with that being said, our first topic is about Ryan Coogler's Marvel future after Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And he seems to think that this movie got everything he had. Well, we shall see. This comes to us via Variety. And it says, as its title implies, Black Panther Wakanda Forever further explores how the African nation at the sequel's heart relates to the rest of the world. And it's far from the last time audiences will get the opportunity to do so either. In an interview for this week's Variety cover story, Wakanda Forever producer Nate Moore says that Marvel Studios is currently developing multiple series set within Wakanda for Disney Plus with director Ryan Coogler's production company, Proximity Media. This world is expansive and there are so many great characters, Moore says. Beyond what happens with this film, there are more opportunities to go back to Wakanda. Moore says that some ideas for Disney Plus shows involve established characters from the Black Panther films, but there are some shows with characters that would be completely new. When pressed for just how many projects are in the works, Moore laughs. There are no shortage of ideas, let's put it that way. Meanwhile, production on Ironheart, the spin-off starring Dominique Thorne's Riri Williams, who was introduced in Wakanda Forever, recently wrapped, and the show is scheduled to debut in autumn 2023. They say fall, but we know they mean autumn. There's also the matter of a third Black Panther movie. It's no spoiler to note that Wakanda Forever concludes with several plot strands primed to be continued in a subsequent film, even as the movie resolves how the nation and its citizens cope with the death of its leader, King T'Challa. With the death of star Chadwick Boseman still fresh for him 2 years later, Coogler sighs wearily when asked whether he would want to direct another Black Panther film. I can tell you definitively, I have no idea what I'm doing next as a writer and director, he says. For his part, Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige says that he has had conversations with Coogler about a third Black Panther movie, with ideas pitched back and forth. But would Feige ever consider making a Black Panther movie without Coogler? I'll go back to what I said when we decided to make Wakanda Forever after losing Chad, Feige says. This mythology and its ensemble and these characters deserve to continue and will continue after all of us are gone. I hope and will continue forever in movies the way it has in comics for 50 plus years. I won't go into, because it's a long friggin' article, but basically that means till it stops making money. What do you make of what Coogler says? It kind of seems like he's a bit burnt out with Black Panther.
Well, he had a lot of responsibility
on
his shoulders. And now it's over, but it's only just over. Like what it actually takes to write and direct the whole thing takes it out of a man. So, you know, he might oversee certain things, but I'm sure he wants to do other things.
Yeah, well,
just like anyone.
I do know that on his slate is a Mansa Musa film. Remember we spoke about that with Michael B. Jordan. He wants to make that, and I'm sure there's other things that he wants to do.
Yeah.
I think he's, to your point, I think he's really burnt out because of obviously the death of Chadwick Boseman and him having to change the story,
rewrite, and and then it was the pandemic and all sorts were going on.
Yeah. So there was a lot on his plate. There was a lot on his plate. I mean,
but isn't he penciled to do Avengers?
Well, remember that was a rumor. We don't know, but I'm guessing he's probably going to do Secret Wars.
I'm guessing he could do whatever he wanted in the MCU if he asked.
Possibly,
he asked.
At this point,
yeah.
At this point,
he's winning.
We're going to do a story on how much Black Panther is making in the cinema, but it's making good money. Let's just
Shed
put it that way.
loads, baby.
It's already beaten what Black Adam's made.
But you know what? I really didn't think everything was going to beat Black Adam. I didn't think
we'll just get off at tangent, but quickly, what lets down Black Adam is its budget, not necessarily. I didn't think that movie was gonna. I mean, Shazam didn't make much in the cinema, but the budget wasn't too much.
The budget showed what it would be making,
and it did just enough to make a profit. I think Shazam did.
Yeah.
But Black Adam being a rock, it was going to cost some stupid money. So, 200 million production plus probably another 100 million on top for.
What was the budget for Wakanda?
250.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's
and Black Adam. Look, think of all the stars in that. The Angela Bassett's and the Letitia Wright, like the key people that they needed in there.
They know, but this is why Feige goes on to say we will continue as long as this, because for 50 plus years. That means because they know this is going to continue making them money. Look at, this Black Panther film was very divisive. Let's just say that amongst the fans, my man doesn't like it at all. I think it's good, but nowhere near as good as I expected it to be. And yet, look at the money it's making at the box office. Again, we'll do another topic on that alone. But this franchise alone is a money spinner.
Well, think about all the spin-offs that can happen.
Oh, there's loads. There's loads. There's loads.
Like almost every character has a
story.
show in him. Yeah.
Do
you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Every character.
They could even do a younger kin to T'Chaka, who's been dead for how long?
Right.
T'Challa's dad. Yeah. They could do a story arc on him because at one point he was a Black Panther. Right. They could do what
M'Baku.
they did. They can do M'Baku.
The story of
M'Baku. They could even do what they did animated, which was the story of the Black Panther, which was probably T'Chaka, or could have been T'Chaka's dad.
Yeah.
When Captain America was, because there was I don't know if you've seen the animated Black Panther.
No, I have.
The series.
Yes.
It was when he fought and beat up Captain America.
Yeah.
Bruv, that was wicked. And so they might do that. They can do a spin-off I think one of them is definitely going to be on the Dora Milaje and how they came to be.
Even the baddie, what's his name?
Killmonger. They could do a story.
And the other baddie, the water brother,
Namor.
But
they kind of have.
Yeah. But I'm saying even from now,
they can even do a more in-depth one.
Yeah, they can do it in depth, or they can do from now.
Yeah.
Something else is happening. The spin-offs are just.
It's for real.
They've already done what's her name, Riri. You know?
Although I would argue that wasn't really a spin-off because they shoved her in. What they've done with Riri,
they put her in for that.
They shoved her in a film they knew was going to make money regardless to get her out there.
Introduce her.
Right,
yeah. It's just an introduction.
Because if they think about it would have made more sense for her to be introduced, I don't know, Ant-Man film with the technology and talking about, Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It would have made more sense, but they thought, because I've told you before, as a comic book character, she's not popular.
No.
She's not popular like Miles Morales is. Miles Morales is a popular character. Yeah. Riri Williams isn't.
No.
And so they've obviously shoved her in Black Panther, which they know is going to get loads of eyes on it to get, people to think,
And it felt like, because of the depth of the film, so I'm not going to say the acting was outstanding. The people's contribution and work in that film was amazing. But she was one-dimensional.
Yeah.
It looked like she was just put in.
Yeah. You could feel it.
You could 100%. Feel the difference in just where she could take that character. It was just like... It was a bit cringe. It was a bit cringe. So like you said, they shoved her in there. Here's your introduction. Here's Riri. Guess what she's doing? Spin-off. Here it is. One of those.
So now everyone's watching Black Panther might want to watch Ironheart now. But man. Listen, I think Ryan Coogler is going to do a Black Panther 3. I think they'll give him a rest.
Eventually.
I think they'll give him a rest. I mean, he just sounds burnt out now. I don't think Kevin Feige will let him go away from this franchise. It's like I said, it's a money spinner.
Yeah.
And I don't think he'll be directing the spin-offs, but obviously it's his production company that's going to be helming it. So, you know, he's going to be making cheddar cheese.
What, Ryan's?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's no fool.
Proximity Media.
No,
So
there you go.
Yeah, man. I mean, guys, what do you think about all this? Do you think that Ryan Coogler is going to do Black Panther 3? Or do you think he's too burnt out to do it? Leave some comments down below and let us know what you think, please.